kind of like somewhere between passivism and just, I can get that. But where we are now is not like that. I don't think. I've heard and seen too much in churches all over the place. I mean, I was at your house during 9/11, and I was scheduled to preach at a church, and they canceled the preach to have a prayer meeting. And not a single prayer offered up for a Muslim, for their salvation, or for somehow coming into a place of peace where we listen to each other. We've just had a horrendous attack, for sure, and a lot of people lost their lives. And we prayed for all of that. But no place along the line was there a prayer for an end to it. Now, I suppose we could just say, well, the bottom line is the same. If we don't get to a point where we admit that some of our thinking and what the way we've grown and developed has been skewed, if we're not willing to admit that, well then okay, that's all of our choices. Or we can take it on board, come out of the coma, and say there's got to be a way to go forward in my community, in whatever, and embrace a different way of thinking, a kingdom way of thinking. When we look at pacifism, just war, holy war, is all of it just kind of like a progression of fear, hatred, and jealousy? But as we look at it, and we look way back to the beginning of the book, where there was fear involved and God came in to help deal with the fear, and he challenges Cain, what are you so angry about? Why do you hate your brother? And jealousy. One of the greatest things about the Bible, are we seeing something that was presented to us very early? And so you know what the fruit of fear is? You will fight with somebody. Why? Because you're afraid. Or because you're angry. Or because you're jealous. Major reasons why people fight. Not just at a national level of wars, just in general. Is it bad fruit? Or can it be scripturally supported? You know, are we supposed to be hateful, angry, fighting people? I mean, is that what we are? Is that the spirit that's in us? So we are going to go to the Bible next week. I'll give you the first question so you can think about it this next week. The question is this: is God violent? And if he is, what I said here in my notes is that explains everything, because we were made in his image and likeness. So what are we sitting here talking about? If he's violent, if he's a man of war, and he made us in his image, well, let's get on with it. Let's go find somebody to poke.
That's fine.
Week. And this is what fascinates me. Why do we keep gravitating towards it? Somebody preaches a message of peace and we go after them and slice their throat. Which proves exactly what I'm talking about. Why? Is there a different spirit at work? Has the spirit of the wicked one come in without us even knowing it? Because it is a spiritual battle. Paul knew it. And is he having a field day with us? Because he's acting off of generational war gods and everything else. I guess it depends on how we look at it. And next week we're going to talk about that too, perspective. Have any questions or thoughts? I've said this to you before. Send me an email. Please don't send me an email this long, But if you have a question, a thought, if you want to say something, if you say, I've been thinking about this and praying about it, can I have 5 minutes? Yeah, just, that's fine. Whatever. I'm easy.